Hello, I want to talk to you today about how you allow people to treat you, how people talk to you. Do they talk to you in an acceptable manner? And sometimes when people don't talk to us very nicely, it can be in a relationship situation, it can be friendship, it can be in a work-related situation. And sometimes money is involved, and sometimes the people paying you feel like they have the right to treat you any way they can. But the thing is, these days, it's not okay to be a bully, and you don't get away with it if you're a bully, no matter what the situation is. If somebody is commenting on your physical appearance or an aspect of your personality, that's not okay. And it doesn't make it okay just because they're nice to you on other occasions. You have to take them into account for what they're doing. So if somebody says something to you, the first thing you should say is, "I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear that. Would you like to repeat it?" And just see if they do, because sometimes just the mere act of having asked them to repeat it, especially if it's in company, will make somebody think twice. And sometimes you'll get somebody really belligerent and they'll insist on saying it again. So then just say, "Oh, that's really interesting. What are you trying to achieve there? Are you trying to hurt my feelings?" And just see what comes out of that one. And then if they keep persisting, then you can say, "Oh yeah, it's really interesting, but I think it says more about you than it does about me. So I'm not going to let that in." And just see what comes out of that one. And usually by the time you've got to that point, it's an entirely different conversation. And often you'll have people on the back foot, especially if it's somebody that you are valuable to as an asset. They'll soon be scurrying backwards because they want to hang on to you. And if you hold your ground and keep doing this in any situation where it's being done to you, if you refuse to have people speak to you that way, then things will soon change and they will soon turn around, and it happens very fast. It's like if you went to a hairdresser and you got a really bad haircut, you're not going to keep going back to that person because you're not going to let them do that to you again. So why are you letting other people do things to you time and time again when it's having the same outcome? It's really time to take a stand. And I know it can get a bit weird when somebody's paying you, but there are rules and regulations now as to how people can treat you in the workplace. You know, and if they won't take that hint and these tools that I've just given you, then it's time to go over their head and have something done about it, because it's important for you to keep your self-respect. And when you call bullies into check, it is amazing for your self-esteem. So it's a really important thing to do. And to be honest, it's helpful for them too, because they need to be stopped in their tracks. They need somebody to be calling them on it for their own benefit and for their own self-improvement. I mean, we're sort of told to forgive these days, and forgiveness is amazing, but forgiveness without having dealt with the act that made you need to forgive them is a little bit worthless. It's like in RTT, sometimes people are quick to forgive when somebody has hurt them, but you have to do the work to get there first. You can't forgive without having addressed it, because that doesn't work. That's not real forgiveness, and it won't help you. It's like gratitude. Gratitude is an amazing thing, and everybody, you know, should be doing a bit of gratitude every day. But don't make it just being grateful for having got through the day, because that's not really what it's all about. It's about the joys in life. Don't be using gratitude just to thank God for having got you through the horrible situation with somebody telling you that, you know, you look a certain way, or you're too fat, or you're too this or too that. Don't go home and be grateful that God got you through it. Take a stance, because that's the thing that's going to really help you. And then go home and be grateful to yourself for having dealt with it, because that will make you so proud of yourself. That's the kind of things you need to be doing. And if you find it difficult to take a stand and to put people in their place when there's some kind of relationship involved, either financial, marriage, partnership, friendship, where you're a bit afraid that taking a stand might have negative repercussions for you. And believe me, it's very rare that it has negative repercussions when you take a stand. Can't seem to say repercussions today, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's amazing how taking a stand and pulling somebody into check will often be vastly to your benefit and to theirs. So I hope that was useful for you. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day.